Alright, so what happened today? It seemed like a rough one.
Yeah, it was a surprise rough one. I knew the stage was going to be the hardest one. In my warm-up, like everything was going good, everything felt good, all systems were a go. We formed a group of 5 pretty early on. As soon as we hit the first little 30-second climb, that split was pretty defined. And then Will, who's done the Wilderness 101 loop 3 times with Logan, just got on the front on every climb. It was brilliant. And then I was like, I can't hold this all day, so I sat up just a little bit. And then we got to the hike-a-bike section and I fell off a lot. Tried to do what I could, and then Cody rode up to me and he's like, look, this stage ends with a monster climb. Anytime you think about going hard, save it for when you get to that climb. And I kept that mindset for a while, and the heat just got to me a lot. Ended up with one of the worst cases of heat exhaustion I've had yet. Every muscle in my body was cramping, legs, arms, abs. I stopped on the side of the trail and was throwing up.
Was this before the Stillhouse climb, that's the monster?
Yeah.
So we saw you going into that, and you were saying you were throwing up and stuff, and I was like, I didn't want to tell you what was coming.
Well, I knew what was coming.
All right.
I was pleasantly surprised that it was a double track climb. For some reason, I was under the impression that it was like the last climb yesterday, but way longer. So wasn't the end of the world. I pedaled till I got a leg cramp, and then I hopped off and walked until the cramp went away, and then I hopped back on, and it was just kind of that on-off. And then we got to the river, and I cramped, so I got off my bike, and I looked through the woods. I thought I saw someone standing there, so I'm I'm gonna ride to them and see if they got water. And I got back on my bike and rode in that direction. There's nobody there. I was like, what in the world? What's going on right now? So made it through. Kind of lost a ton of time in the GC, so that's kind of a loss at the moment. But now it's time to just enjoy the trails.